Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and I'm so excited to have you guys here with me so we can talk about some movies. Yeah! As you can tell by today's title, we are going to be talking about Ocean's 8. This is a movie I've been pretty excited for a while because I used to love Ocean's 11, 12, and 13. If you're new to my channel, do not forget to subscribe. Movie reviews are my thing now. I really enjoy doing them. If you want to see any other of my movie reviews, I will put them on the screen for me. So far I've mostly done Marvel, so this is my first non-Marvel movie, so this should be very exciting. Let's get to it. So Ocean's 8, directed by Gary Ross and written by him as well. And it stars Sandra Bullock, Cate Blanchett, Mindy Kaling, Sarah Paulson, Rihanna, Helen Bonham Carter, Anne Hathaway, and Awkwafina. I'm not sure who she is and also how to say her name. But anyway, she's in it. So it's quite the cast. When I first heard about this movie, I was a bit nervous about it. That's my words I'm going to use, nervous about it, because I know they've been doing a lot of female spin-offs of movies lately. Like, for example, they did the one for Ghostbusters, and that was pretty bad. I like Ghostbusters. Who doesn't? Dan Aykroyd, hello. And the other one wasn't that great, alright? A lot of those movies lately have been with like Kristen Wiig, Melissa McCarthy, just a lot of girls from SNL, which I love SNL. It's extremely funny, but for some reason when they're in movies, I don't find them funny. But I think they're hilarious in SNL, but in actual movies, I don't think they're that particularly funny. But when I heard that this was like a different cast from those kind of people, I was like, yes! Yes, I'm actually excited for this movie. Like, Sandra Bullock, Cate Blanchett, I love them. Helena Bonham Carter, she's like my spirit animal. So happy with the cast. And Mindy Kaling, she's one of my favorite people because she wrote most episodes of The Office. And obviously she's in it as Kelly. So the director, Gary Ross, as well. Important to note that I think that he wrote the movie himself and he didn't write Ocean's 11 or anything like that. So I think that's important to note. Need to know as well, I feel like you should watch the other movies before you watch this one, purely because you'll actually know who they're talking about when they're talking about Danny Ocean, who is George Clooney's character. And also there are cameos in this movie who, if you haven't watched them, you're going to be like, who is that? Why are they there? Why are they so important to this film? You know what I mean? Like, why? So it's good to watch it, that way you know some of the cameos that are in this film. So I just want to put it out there, yes, I will be talking about the ending of this film, so spoilers, you have been warned. Do not keep watching if you haven't seen this movie, because I'm going to be saying the ending, okay? Don't watch from now if you haven't seen it, but if you have watched it, come in, my pretties, okay? Okay. So obviously this film is pretty much kind of an extended family of Oceans 11, 12, and 13. Sandra Bullock plays Debbie Ocean, who is George Clooney's character's sister. I liked that. I liked that it was based in the same family and everyone in the family just has that thing up their sleeve. It's in their blood. So I liked that little detail. And pretty much it's exactly like what every other Oceans movie is about. It's just a massive heist movie. So if you knew the movies well, you'd obviously know that walking in. It's pretty obvious by the trailer as well. But that's what this movie is. It's a heist movie. So that's, I like watching those. It gets the heart pumping. Gets the heart pumping and you're like, oh my God, I can't handle this. But it's good. So what I liked about this movie, let's go through those first. First of all, I just want to go straight up and saying this was an entertaining film. I was entertained the whole time. I thought it flowed extremely well with the way they introduced all the new women and the way they went through the plan of how they actually want to do the heist at the Met Gala. Loved it. It was really entertaining, really like quick and witty and ooh la la, like that. It was really great. I enjoyed that. It flowed really well, I felt like, this movie. And the editing was cool. It kind of had old school editing with like a star wipe, you know, like on Simpsons, you know what I mean? But like, yeah, it had cool editing, which I liked that too. And I really liked the actual heist as well, how they wanted to get the necklace from a celebrity at the Met Gala, and it was at the Met Gala because I love the Met Gala. Yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed that as well. I feel like every character actually was needed to get this done, which is good. Sometimes I feel like there are just people there for no reason when it comes to big cast movies like these. But no, every character was actually needed, and I'm really happy about that. They all played their significant role. There are a few standouts in this movie, one being Helena Bonham Carter. But like I said before, she is my spirit animal. I love that woman so much. She's such a great actress. Oh, Lestrange. I love her to bits. She was excellent in this movie. She's so good at playing that kind of kooky, you know, bit weird character, you know, a bit of a loner kind of thing. I really love the way she plays this character. So for her, to me, I loved her in this. Anne Hathaway was another standout performance. She is such an amazing actress. She is so good at playing that ditzy role, which she was extremely ditzy in this film, very up herself. Sandra Bullock was really good as well. She's really good at playing that kind of like, she's kind of been playing similar roles in movies lately, how she's kind of like slick and, you know, really cool. She's so good at playing that character though, so I can't fault her. I love Sandra Bullock, I always have. You know, for me, I enjoy watching her movies. One thing that I also really liked as well is the start of the movie. The first 15 minutes I thought was so good when she was talking to the parole officer for her to obviously get parole to leave prison. And then when she was at the department store, she picked up all these new items to buy. And she went up to the counter and she's like, hi, I'd like to return these. And they're like, obviously you can't do that without a receipt. And so she's just like, fine, I'll take them. And she just left. So I thought that was so smart. Have people actually done that before? Interesting to know. But it was just excellent. That whole first 15 minutes was really good. Probably my favorite bit of the movie, actually. I just thought it was really smart. Let's get through some imperfections because there were a lot of them. This ain't no perfect movie, let me tell you. One thing that bothered me the most about this movie is I felt like there was no real problem situations that came up. Like it was all too easy and too simple. If there was something that came up, someone just called the guy and they were like, hey, do you know this? And they're like, yeah, and that's it. Problem solved. I didn't like that. There was no real problems that came up. In the original Ocean's movies, they actually had situations come up and problems and things that got in the way, whereas this didn't. I felt like it was a bit easy, lazy writing, I'd say. The example that I'm talking about is when they were checking out the necklace that they were planning to steal. Turns out it has a magnet to unlock it, right? And Rihanna was just like, yeah, okay, I'll figure it out. Calls her sister and is like, hey, there's a magnet on the necklace. And the girl's like, here you go. Like literally it was such an easy solve. And I would have liked to have seen a bit of work to try and solve those problems, that way it gets your heart pumping a bit more. So I thought that was annoying for me. Might not be annoying for other people, but it was for me. Pretty much stringing off that, I felt like the movie wasn't as heart pumping as the original Ocean's one. Like there are times, especially in the first one, with which I'm pretty sure was with Andy Garcia in the casino. That one, it makes your heart pump because it's like they're so close to getting caught so many times. Whereas this movie, it's kind of like, yeah, there's a point where your heart's like, but it gets pulled off too easy, and I like it when your heart's pumping through these heist movies. That's the whole point of them. Another thing that I think with the lazy writing is how a lot of the women were with each other. I felt like there wasn't a lot of chemistry between the ladies. I felt like Cate Blanchett's character wasn't convincing, and I don't blame Cate Blanchett because she's a terrific actress. I blame the script. I felt like it was quite lazy and there was no real like chemistry between the girls, and it was like, I don't know, it just wasn't believable to me because you could tell this whole thing was scripted and fake. Like obviously every movie is, but it didn't feel real. It didn't, when their conversations weren't real to me. I don't know, but that's just my opinion, hence being my review. One thing that bothered me so bad throughout this whole movie is that with people like Sandra Bullock and Cate Blanchett, their faces were like heavily face-tuned. It's like someone pulled up the yak, got a softener, and did that all over their skin. And it was so airbrushed. And it was really irritating to look at. It made their faces look blurry, you know? And it was just so irritating to watch. It was kind of like, oh, you had to squint a little bit. I don't know. It was kind of annoying. I found it really irritating. Like, why? Yes, they've gotten older, but embrace it. Don't airbrush their skin, man. And if you do it a little bit less. It's very minor. Obviously has nothing to do with the movie plot at all. So overall with this movie, I think it's very entertaining and it's a good watch. But that's it. Watch once and I'll probably never watch it again. Makes me want to go watch the originals again though. Those are rewatchable. They really are. But this one, I don't know, I think I'd get a bit bored watching it again. But comparing it to the originals, Ocean's 11 is just awesome. Overall, I want to give this movie probably a 2.8 out of 5. It's a fun watch, but that's kind of where it stands. I wouldn't put it any higher than that. So that's pretty much how I felt about the movie. Let me know in the comments if you've seen it and what you thought of it. My next movie review is 100% going to be The Incredibles 2. Comes out next week, so excited. Thank you so much, guys. And I'll see you next time. Mwah.